Right guys, welcome back to another episode. We've got an action-packed episode as always for you today. So as you can see behind me, there is a 991.2 there sitting on the dyno. That is Daniel's ES800 with the billet intake manifold. He didn't have the meth before, so we've now installed the meth and we're going to be tuning that, seeing what numbers we get out of that. We've also got a 992 Turbo S that's come in with a stage 2 from somewhere else that he's had issues with, and we're going to be rectifying that for him. And we got some more updates on some other projects and builds that are going on, so stay watching. You're not just driving with us?
For 13 hours, who's bothered to drive that long?
Me?
13 hours. Are you hearing him? He wants me to drive with him.
So Shaz, we're going to Germany for Race 1000, yeah? We're going to have to drive obviously, because we know you've got to take some tours and stuff like that with us. Obviously, Mr. Race.
Listen, I got to rest, isn't it? I need to rest because obviously I'm going to be driving, so these legs need some
He has a bit of a
stretch.
mode sometimes, yeah.
See? Are you hearing him? Are you hearing him? I'm not even feeling well and I still came in. Others will be like, hey, I'm not feeling well. Can I not come in? True or not, you see? But yeah, man, Germany, Race 1000.
He needs his rest before Germany, so he doesn't want to jump in the car. It's not that bad of a drive, man.
13 hours?
That's from here, 13 hours. Once you get into France, it's probably like 7-8 hours from there. It's 2 hours to Dover, 3 hours to Dover. There's about an hour on the train.
Train or ferry?
Train, not ferry. Ferry's long.
So let's see, yeah, tickets are coming up £500, that's too expensive, man. Shaz, you're coming with us, right?
Yeah, he's flying.
Oh, there you go, see what I mean? See? You know what, you might as well bring your car and me and you just chill together. You drive half, I'll drive half, that'll be alright. In the car there's going to be like 6 people, bro. We're going to be cramped for 6 hours.
I've been in the car with you, mate. I don't think I want to. Especially my own car.
No, I'm not that bad, man.
No,
you know what one guy said the other day? He goes, no, you're not driving my car. I go, why? He goes, you bloody put the foot down, seat forward, and you're like this, you're not even braking. I'm like, bro, you have to test these cars, that's what you have to do. Foot ain't coming up. But yeah, man, Race 1000, looking proper forward to it. Let's see, hopefully we get the 3 cars ready.
Yeah.
And
so
should
it's
be a
the
good
Lambo, Moonrager's car, and the blue car, maybe.
The blue car.
Yeah.
You need the blue car to get ready, man.
Yeah, if that gets ready, that would be good. But what car are you driving?
Well, I think Danny already shotgunned the Lambo.
Is it?
Yeah, I think he's already shotgunned the Lambo. You know me, I love my blue car, bro. Honestly, the first day when he told me to drive his blue car, bro, from that day, I fell in love with it. So that blue car.
So basically, Moonrage is going to bring. I think Moonrage is driving himself anyway. So yeah, let's see who gets the fastest number. What do you reckon, Shaz? Who's going to be quickest? I think I might have a go, man. Maybe I'll beat you again.
No one's seen you. No one's seen you riding, have they?
Nah, not yet.
Old school, innit? This is before the days of YouTube.
Yeah. What did he used to do, bro?
And now we're gonna. No, you know what it is? He's still gassed in it. What happened at Santa Pod?
I think I'll beat you again.
Alright, let's go. Let's
So
do
we
it.
have one run each.
Yeah, one run each. I'll go first though.
Same map.
I'll go first. Yeah, you're gonna be like, whoop. Map 6.
Yeah, we'll both do map 6. And we'll
Nah,
see.
done. Yeah.
Alright,
I'll
if
go
I'm
first.
faster, then what?
Then I'll get to retire, innit? You're doing the driving.
No, this isn't acceleration. This is just the top speed one.
Nah, see,
I think your foot will come off a little bit, personally. That's why I think you're.
Nah, that's why my seat's all the way forward now. You know, I'm saying like this next to the steering wheel, like the old grandmas.
Yeah.
Honestly, literally, so that my foot ain't coming off. Because I remember I slowly start used to lifting up. Bro, you know when you're doing over 200 miles an hour, that's some serious speed.
Yo guys, so today we are tuning this 992 Turbo S. This has a stage 2 tune with an exhaust that was installed elsewhere. The owner that currently has it is not happy with the performance, it's not doing the numbers, and it's also had some issues of going into limp mode. Now, as we've touched on previously as well, there is a lot of people putting just off the bench flash files on these cars, and it's not the way to go. Avoid it. You have a 200 grand car, do not go and get these flash files on your car. Get it properly custom tuned. Otherwise you're going to have issues like this, but like I said, we're resolving this now. We've already done some draggy runs for it and taken some logs, and the quarter mile was pretty slow for a stage 2. It was only 10.5 with 100 to 200s. In the best one we had was a 5.5, which again, it's well off for a car that is apparently a stage 2. So we're going to put it on the dyno, see what actual power it makes, and then also then we will continue to retune it. What we will do is just put it back to stock and then start our tuning process again from scratch, because we don't want any other file on there. We'll just revert it back to stock to go from there. But yeah, we're looking forward to seeing the results of this. It's such a beautiful car. I mean, the spec on this is stunning. It's an awesome car. So now we're going to give it the treatment that it really deserves and give it some ES treatment, with Emre giving it a special sauce. So keep watching, stay tuned, and we'll put the results for this up very shortly. Right guys, so it's been another late night, but we are finally done. So we've done lots of revisions, we've data logged the whole setup, we've fine-tuned it to perfection on the dyno so far. So we've still got to road log it and check it on the road, and then again do that whole process that we just did on the dyno on the road to make sure that it drives just as it should do and just as it did from factory, but with a whole load power. So numbers, it made 702.9 horsepower at the wheel, so it's about 825 to 830 horsepower at the crank. One thing I'd just like to point out here as you're looking at this is you can see a lot of these other off the sort of shelf flash maps. They just have a load of torque that comes in there and it flattens out. So we bring the torque in a little bit later on in order to make it more drivable as well. You don't want it losing traction or anything like that, and then it holds nicely all the way to the end. So from the start to the end, you're actually not losing any torque. It's peaking a little bit later than it would. Let me just show you as a comparison. There you go. Right, if we see here, so you can see that the other stage 2 so-called tune, it peaked really quite early in torque, and then look how much it drops off near the end. So the torque on our setup now comes in a little bit later, is in peak torque, but it's more linear. It's still more than the stock torque. Even when the stock curve was at its peak, we're making more there, and then obviously it's a whole load more later on. And as you can see, the power graph is very linear as well, and it pulls all the way to the end of the rev range. So yep, awesome figures. So once again guys, make sure you get your cars tuned properly. Just make sure that they're all custom tuned and you're making the most of the fuel you're running, the modifications that are on your car, and your driving style. I mean, if this customer wanted it to come in a little bit earlier, then we would have changed that, but he's taking this on track soon. So on track, you don't want it coming in too early. The later torque band is a bit better and better suited for that. So yeah, watch out for this now. Next, we are going to be taking this on the road tomorrow. We're basically going to be out dragging it. We'll do some road logs and then see what numbers it makes. Just done the draggy. What are we saying, bro?
Sick. You know what? Left-hand drive, I've got to say, they're much better.
Really?
Much better than
you think so?
But these tyres are crap, man. Finally still come through.
They're good tyres, they just need a lot of heat in them.
They need so much heat. And around at this time, you can't get no heat in them.
Yeah.
But quarter mile, 9.8, which was sick. 100, 200, 4.8. Yeah, 4.8.
Okay.
So that's
pretty good.
You get the dragging number. That's
Yeah.
Jazz. No. Yeah, man, look at it, looks sick.
But it felt good to drive and everything, yeah?
Oh, amazing. All the modes, perfect, Sports Plus.
So what do you prefer, these or the 991s?
Oh, you know me. Apart from your 992, 991, sorry, Miami Blue, 992 is my
992 is the one, yeah? They're beautiful cars. Right guys, so we're done now with this 992 ES700. It's finally sorted out. We got rid of all the issues and the gremlins it had from the previous map, and it's running now as it should have done in the first place. So it was previously running 595 at the wheels, it's now running 702 at the wheels. Previously it ran like a 5.5 100 to 200 and a 10.5 quarter mile. It's now running 9.8 quarter mile and a 4.8 100 to 200. So it is doing what it should have been doing in the first place. So yeah guys, please make sure you get your cars tuned properly. don't fall for all the hype that's out there with some other companies and brands and stuff like that. Make sure they know what they're doing. They make sure they live log the car, they data log it fully, and they custom tune it, not just put a flash ride on it. But yeah, stay tuned, keep watching, guys. We've got lots more coming.
Hi guys, welcome back. So this is Chris's ES800, 850 actually. It's had the big turbos, nice straight through exhaust system, big intake system. So hopefully it's going to make a nice amount of power. Just in the process of putting all the engine back in now. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, as they always are, just trying to figure out where things need to go and realign things to get it all in. So yeah, so hopefully we box back up today, we can get it off the ramp tomorrow, get it on the dyno and see what numbers it makes. Hopefully 850 at the wheels, it'd be brilliant. But yeah, stay tuned and find out what happens with it.
Right guys, so here's a little bit of an update for some other cars that are waiting to come into the workshop to get some work done. We have a very special project over here as well. This is Moulton's Dyno 1.1. It is a sick spec. I mean, it's one of the very last Gen 1s. It's on a 65 plate. But look at that, it's got red buckets. Love the bucket seats, can't beat them. But yeah, it's got some nice contrast stitching there. It's got the black PDLS. But yeah, it's a lovely, lovely looking car. But not only that, Moulton's going all the way up. He bought this car stock and he's going straight away to ES 1400. So this car is going to be out within the next few weeks, running the same, similar to Munraj's one, 1400 plus wheel horsepower. So our target is to get this ready for terminal velocity. As it stands, Emre's already starting his side of things to the build process and whatnot. So yeah, we're really going to be pushing it to try and get it ready, but we're trying, so it should be good. And then behind that we've got Afzal's 901.2 Turbo S, another car with the buckets as well. So again, this is a really, really nice spec car, very clean car, completely standard as well at the minute. He's not going as mad as Moulton on the 1400, but he's just going with an ES800 for now. I say just, it's still a stupidly fast car. But yeah, that'll be done in the next few weeks as well. Once we finish the other cars that are in there. And then Craig's one actually is first in line. You guys may remember seeing that previously as a ES850, then 850R, then 1000, and then 1100. And now he as well is going 1400. So his engine's in the final build process and it's due back with us within the next week or so. Then we'll get this one back together. And yeah, this one, really looking forward to that as well. So yeah, we're getting a few 1400 builds coming out now as well. So it should be good to see what we can get them running for. I mean, we're going to try and get this running as well for TV. So potentially at TV we could have like 3-4 ES 1400 builds running. But yeah, we'll keep you updated as we go along. So let's see how it goes. Right guys, so Daniel's ES800 with the billet intake manifold. This is now a complete ES800 with the meth injection as well and the extra intake manifold. So we finished tuning it and it's made 877 horsepower at the wheels. So it's about 1030 horsepower at the crank. So this is still on stock engine, stock gearbox, stock clutch, and yeah, it's perfectly safe for the stock setup. You can see the torque comes in a little bit later to keep the stock engine safe, but it's still quite a flat torque curve, and also the power delivery is very linear as well. So this is going to make a very quick car on the road while still retaining safety for the stock clutch and the stock engine as well. So it'll be interesting to see what numbers we get out of this. But that's it for us for now, for today on this car. We'll be back next week as well. We're going to Germany as well next weekend, Race 1000. We're taking a few cars out there, so that video will be up in a couple of weeks, and the results will be up before that, I'm sure. But stay subscribed, keep watching, and we'll be back soon.